So I was getting set up to record this episode, and Fred Russell's contract got popped up, and it got me thinking about it. So the war's going to start happening, right? And I know it's a little metagamey because we kind of know the future a little bit here, but the draft is going to come back. And when the draft comes back, Fred Russell's 32. There's a good chance that I won't be able to use him for like a lot of those war movies and stuff, right? Which is why I'm making them now, because I may not have him for later. And I'm thinking it's probably not advantageous for me to get a yearly contract, because there's a chance that he's going to spend a sizable portion of this contract term over like not able to make any movies. So I think I'm going to go for a movie contract with him. And on top of that, I think I'm going to go 50-50 payout, just in case something happens. So this is $333,000, which that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Okay, what is the deal, game? Hi, yeah, could you just maybe go up to where it needs to be right away? That's what that button's for, yeah? Yeah, minimum acceptable level. So we could do this. And I'm thinking we'll pay him like $600,000 now for the 4 movies. And then if he doesn't come back, then maybe we don't have to pay him the rest of it. I'm not sure if that's actually how that works, but we'll see. Okay, so I need to use him, right? And I was thinking of Band of Brothers because I'd really like to use this, but I also really kind of want the 500 extras for Band of Brothers. It doesn't matter, like it's not like I'm gonna watch the movie, but I feel like I just want it. Right, I'm at the point now where I can make the movies I want to make. I don't have to necessarily do what the game wants me to do. So I'm kind of going with that. 1,000 days until our invention speed goes up, but our invention itself is still 1,300 days away. So we'll end up speeding up our invention speed about 300 days before this is done. I guess we'll get a little benefit out of it right away, and then the printing office will be done in 112. Yeah, so I'm basically looking at 500 extras in 2 months, which allows me to make Band of Brothers right as the war starts happening. And there's a lot of actors here, man. Like, I don't want them to get drafted and get pulled off the movie before it's fully shot, So I think I'm going to actually go ahead and do Band of Brothers. And I'm probably going to have to hire some more actors in because there's just so many people in this movie. So let's go Ralph Taylor. And Ralph Taylor, again, 5-year contract for this guy, right? And he's 41. I don't actually know where the cutoff is for the draft. I know, like, historically, they lifted the ages to, like, way up there, like almost senior citizen level. But I don't know how the game is going to treat it. So I'm just going to assume that I'm probably going to be able to have people who are over 40. I don't know that. Homer's definitely safe. He's 64. Jack Sharp might go. Fred, I'm hoping, again, 41. I'm hoping that's okay. Anyone in their 30s might go, right? So I'm thinking, okay, so how do I want to approach this? And I got a lot of people in this movie. So I think I'm going to approach it by hitting it now instead of waiting for later, because it's going to take a while to shoot this. It's going to take 297 days, which is not ideal. It's might have waited too long anyway. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do it anyway right now. And film sound. The way I see it here is, we're going to have maybe like 3-4 months after Pearl Harbor to continue shooting this. Maybe they won't get drafted until it's done. I don't know. We'll see. So we're going to go ahead and unleash the hounds on all of these things. Nearly a year to shoot this movie now. It's way too expensive. But we're going to make it the movie we want to make here. I think I'm going to use Mike Martin for this movie. I know Herman's a little better, but I feel like we're going to be pinned to the maximum anyway for this. We don't need to get this. And this guy has the final showdown. He's known for this. And that's what this movie has. I'm just looking at it from that perspective. Mob war, social rejection. Mob war is pretty good, right? Like a director who's good at mob wars could add something to a big battle scene and stuff. So Soldier 1. Yeah, Soldier 1. I might go ahead and have Perfectionists here. He might add to the shoot time, but I think he's probably going to be all right, and he's got a fresh contract ready to go. We got Carl Hudson, who he is a leader, drama, action, right, detective. So I think I'm going to place him here. And Soldier 3, Charlie's a little old to play a soldier. I think Tommy Franklin could be the guy. We'll go Tommy Franklin. Soldier 4 could be Bill Horton. I got all the young guys. I want to get them in here because there's a chance they'll just go really quickly after the war. So Bill Ramsey's in here. The brother in arms, as if they aren't already. We'll have that be Johnny Hayes, I think, yeah. And then our war criminal, I'm going to make this Edward Peterson. You know, this works for the whole, like, older people are the criminal, right? That whole vibe. And then Charlie's way too expensive to play a right-hand man. So I'm going to get, let's say, the young and ambitious Vincent Barry, who's not very good, right? But I think there's enough other people in here. Yeah, maybe not. These are all 7.0s, 6.0s. There's not a lot of really high-end talent here. Maybe Johnny Hayes can be pulled off for the comedy movie later. Maybe we'll do the same thing to Ramsey because I want to have these guys go. So maybe we'll hire some more actors. Let's see. I definitely don't want Bobby Martin. Silvano Sanders. It's a 7.7. He's pretty expensive, but not too bad. 7.5 here with the good star power. 28 years old. Yikes. All right, one movie contract with you. Because, again, you're probably going to get... Oh, right, because we have the behemoth traits now. So now anyone with star power in the popcorns will actually give us a 50% discount working with us. So he's actually quite cheap now. I like it. We'll go ahead and do Silvano Sanders as well. This will also be 50% off, right? Yep, there it is. So we can do, again, one movie, 256 working with him. There it is. So just higher professionalism, hoping to push the limits here a little bit. Arthur, unfortunately, doesn't have the star power. Bobby Martin does have star power, though. That's the thing. And because he's got the popcorn, he's reasonably priced down. He's usually very expensive, but if you're a behemoth with the policy bonus, he's a little better. You know what? Maybe we'll do like a 2-movie contract with you. I think so. We'll go ahead and let's do the 50-50 just in case he gets drafted. I know it's going to be more overall, but if he gets drafted and pulled out, then there might be a chance I don't have to pay him for another movie. We'll see. Okay, we'll get Bobby Martin in here then. So for this, I want to make it a little bit better, right? We need a better movie. And Fred, you were going to be my lead, but now that we have... I mean, everybody here is a protagonist, right? Everybody here is a lead. It doesn't matter who's number one, who's number whatever. Like, these are all protagonists. The way this is supported, protagonists. Look at, they're all listed. So if they win an award, they're all winning the award, right? So I'm thinking we take maybe Carl can be shifted down to 4. Not that it matters, but I kind of think Bobby needs to be the headline at the top here. So we'll do it like this. Everybody's in a great mood. Yep. I don't know about protecting these guys at all, but Soldier 5. Again, we can do Dick right here. And then our brother in arms here, we can put this as Silvano Sanders. And then villain right-hand man. Maybe I'll let Bill Horton do this. I think, because we just have to get these young guys in there. Okay. Hugely expensive movie. We're spending $2 million before post-production on this film. Incredibly expensive movie. Band of Brothers with so many actors. 8 actors in this. All men. It is called Band of Brothers. Not Band of Siblings. All right. Band of Brothers is what it's called. And then let's get not another war movie in here as well. And we can let's let Jack Sharp handle this one. Wait, we have Homer on contract. Let's have Homer do this one. And then we'll set you up with a soundstage and allow the scenes that don't matter as much to be in the soundstage. There we go. So we'll just kind of bias towards where you prefer, but he's kind of balanced, so we'll do balanced here to save a little bit of cash. 212 days on filming this as well, and a little down a little bit because of the practicality of everything. So 195, and then let's boost this stuff up. Producer for this one, we can have it be Bruce. Director, maybe let's see, who's the rescue, unrequited love, boy becomes a man, there's a damsel in distress. We'll let Herman have this one. Accidental hero, Bill Ramsey. Damsel in distress. May, is this your time? I mean, you're on this really long-term contract, so yeah, I think so. And then the mentor, it's gonna be Charlie. And I need Charlie to be a little happier because without that happiness, his performance is gonna lag. So we'll provide you with a wee bit of incentive there. Same thing with May. She's a little bit down in the dumps, you know? Let's give her a little bit of a pick-me-up there. Get her into the green. There we go. Okay, I think we're all right there. And let's go ahead and accept that too. So we have two big movies, two very expensive movies being shot at the moment. And then we hold here. I don't make any more because I don't know who's going to be available and how that's going to go logistically with moving people around, shuffling people around. So we have a few war movies that are going to come out right at the apex of it all, right? Not the same week, but you know, they're there. And when we see how the events unfold, we can assign, you know, different movies to different people to different films that are being written right now. Bud made almost 4 million its first week. That's pretty good. It only has 26% attendance though on 7391. So why don't we bring this down about here, about here, about here, and we'll dip it even further, maybe down to about here for that next week there. We're coming in here with coin of three sides at the same time. So I don't know how much we're actually going to get there, but there we go. And then coin of three sides. How did we do? It's a B. All right. I mean, it's a B movie, you know. Ulrich Benson leveled up my distribution department. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the department though. He's level 8. Who knows what will happen to a level 8? They're all high levels here. If I lose them, I lose them. So at this point, I think it's not worth putting up anything else there. All right, Square Enforcer is stale. That's okay. I don't have any Square Enforcers in any of the scripts that I'm currently doing. Scripts, yes. Productions that are happening right now, no. All right, so we have the ability now to do offensive operations. Kidnapping is the thing we can do. And reliable cover is now available. If a threat, beating, or kidnapping or murder results in a secret, its risks of leaking immediately decreases by 1 level. That's a long time to get something like that. I'm feeling like covering up traces might be better because they'll never fail. It's a guarantee. Or 50% more experience for repelling an attack. Man, I just feel like they don't make enough anyway for repelling an attack. Search for information without risk of exposure. I think maybe this, although we're getting to the point now, honestly, where it doesn't matter. I don't know if it matters. How about accelerated training? Put a little bit of influence into that just to like speed it up by like 100 days. Let's do that. I don't know if there's really a whole lot of significance for these right now. All right, new factory demands popping up. So this one's Paul Tanner as a director with a 65% drama. And then there's Johnny Hayes, which 50% history. So 65% drama sounds like something that I've already got going on. I'm looking for, so this is a 55%. So this is a 60%. Redline Coward is a 60%. The Breach is what? It is 60%. So no 65s. Man, it certainly sounds like I was close, but no. Pulse, what do we got here? And that's not a drama at all. Okay, so we're limited to these. Now, I don't have... Let's see. So my director here is Herman. I don't have these guys with those directors, and I'm not switching it for the factory. This director is Mike Martin. So I don't have exactly what they want, and I think I might just let this go. That said, I'm probably... I'm a little ways away from being able to actually write a script for this too. So no, I think we're just going to let that factory one go. And Vincent's been beaten. Okay, well, I didn't put him on a movie, so I think it's okay. Fred Carpenter won the mayoral election. He beat his young rival Tom Leland by a mere 0.5%. Los Angeles Tribune political scientist Robert Hughes attributed Carpenter's weak showing to health problems. Sources inside the mayor's office say Carpenter was unable to participate in the campaign due to poor health. After a fourth term, I think our seemingly permanent mayor will be forced to leave office. Despite winning by a thread, Fred Carpenter couldn't resist taking a shot at his rival. I hear Tommy gets his suits tailored by his mother. It explains a lot. Poor health. He might never see his daughter in a. Well, Wendy was already the star in a movie. All right, he already saw her become a star. All right, let's just get that out of the way right now. She is a star, and she's just not super professional, high quality star, right? But she is a star. If I take a look at, is there any way to see box office totals for the whole year? I don't think so. I have the top box office so far this week anyway, because I'm the only one that had their stuff released this week. But it'd be nice to know like how the box office did this whole year. I still can't see that. You can only see things by the week. Maybe if I was to look at, I guess you have to wait for the annual summary, I suppose. Coin with three sides, but like by profit margin, my profits have been pretty high on every movie I've produced, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. You know, like my studio makes the most money of all of them because I have so many theaters. Speaking of which, I probably should take a look and see if there are any more theaters that I can purchase, right? So this one's very weak on distribution, but let's bring it down to like, I don't know, 500 a week or something. We'll just keep it consistent every week here. It's not going to get very many showings. It's fine. There we go. We're just keeping things in there, and then we can release these other movies once they're done, because Pulse and The Breach will come out right as Pearl Harbor happens. Then these two will follow up after it, hopefully. Doesn't take too long to shoot them. I am going to accelerate them, put second team, etc., to try to make them to hurry them up. And then if I take a look at theater management, cinemas, there are no independent cinemas, so I still can't have that. I have 1090, 745 total for all my rivals, but I will keep an eye on that to see if there are any other theaters that I could buy as we do. Ralph Brewer, do I want to rehire you, Ralph? I think I have enough producers already, to be honest. I don't think I need you. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm out. And then I'm going to take a look at the number of producers I have in-house, because I think I have enough. Oh, yeah. I definitely have enough. In fact, I think probably we only need about 5, because that's 10 films at a time. Maybe we could get by 6, but anyone under 7. I think 7's going to be my new cutoff. However, I think I'll take Joe Sullivan down, or I think I'll fire Joe Sullivan, and then, you know, keep working on Ricardo, because he's unlimited, right? That's probably the best way to do it. This guy's the one I would fire next. And his isn't actually at the end of this year. Yeah, so his contract's up, and then I can go ahead and have him let go as well. All right, Luxurious Banquet is done. I might need more, so let's go ahead and do that. And then let's take a look and see how Band of Brothers is turning out so far. Of course, it's pinned. 909. I like how Coleman didn't have anything to say about it. Oh, this is pre-production, not the script. Coleman would only comment on a script. Never mind. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Extras is down. I would love to have more extras, but it's just I have so many people on this, so I have to. Let's put Chris Hardy on this. I would love to shoot 6 days a week. This is 194 days. If I shift this to 6 days a week, it goes 161. But then I'm starting to get to the point where I might have incidents. I might have problems, and I don't know if it's worth the extra 30 days. It might be, just to get this 30 days faster, but I'm gonna lay off on this. Second unit is already gonna help out a lot. So yeah, what if I go 8 hours a day, 6 days a week? No, it's actually slower. Okay, and then obviously these are too many days. I'd love to do this, that'd be great, but not gonna do that. All right, so we'll go 512. That's the way it was by default, and we'll put second team on it though. So put second unit on it. All right. These guys want to add Fighting the Hypocrisy of American Life. back into the code because they're just, I don't know, assholes here. Thank you, guys. Hey, thanks, guys. So it's me versus Gernstein, because of course it is. All right, well, I don't know how much they're going to put into it. Let's hypothesize, because Evergreen put 550 into it. Let's hypothesize for a moment that Gernstein puts 1,000 into it. So to offset this, I need 1,400 against. Yuck. Ugh, God, that's expensive. Why am I fighting this? I'm not even using this in any of my scripts right now. You know, why do I care? I can remove it later, but I'm not using this element. Yeah, you know what? I don't care about this particular element. I'm going to abstain. I'm not going to spend my stuff on it. It's fine. Gernstein wants to put 811 in it. I was, pretty much spot on here, almost. So, yeah, it's fine. You can go ahead and add that one to the code. All right. I'm not going to fight you on that. All right. Do we want you writing or finding elements? Let's see. So Harley, I feel like you should be writing. We got to get you leveled up too. Horror and adventure you don't like, but I have a promising thriller idea about a cowboy movie. That's not what we want. What we want is a war movie. So we need to make sure we make a war movie, but no adventure or horror. We can do that. That makes sense. We can do that. Let's write a war movie. I'm going to call this one, I think I'll call this one The Break Point. The Break Point. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. And it's another action dramedy. Dramedy? No, it's not a comedy. It's an action movie. It's a drama action movie. And we'll do, like 65-35. Sure. It's about what we were just asked to do for all that. And then let's switch this to the breakpoint. The breakpoint. We could go Great War. It could be a historical thing, maybe, but now I think we'll go World War II Africa. I want to keep the war movie vibe going right now. And so from this one, I think maybe Ambitious Woman is surprisingly unfresh. That's interesting. Bounty Hunter, no. Charismatic Criminal, no. Let's just make this one a movie about a soldier. A soldier in World War II, right? And we have, let's say an enemy from the past is in this for supporting characters, sidekick. All right, I'm going to make this a protagonist dies in the end type of movie, I think. Or maybe the evil gets exposed. It is an enemy from the past, and we do have an evil transformation. So, you know what? Perhaps we do the evil exposed. That could work. So we'll have an evil transformation. I put a shootout and tank combat in it. And then we've got Brother in Arms going with Soldier, which is going to work. Enemy from the past really doesn't flow with anything specifically here, but I'm thinking this enemy from the past comes in with an evil transformation. And if that's the case, though, unsuccessful scientific experiment, someone loses their human appearance. You know, in that case, I think it makes more sense to have our antagonist be a mad scientist. You know, mad scientist does the evil transformation, etc. Drama action. Yeah. Could we have gone thriller suspense here? Maybe. Could we have gone horror? Maybe, but that's not the right writer for that. So we're going to go with this. And then Harley is going to take this movie. 124 days. He will write that script. There you go. Unsuccessful search for dirt. I am trying to find some dirt on Margaret Cochran. Mostly just to get my level 4 Howard Gordon to be, you know, level 5 at some point here. So if he finds something, I think he'll level up. I'm hoping anyway. Square Enforcer is no longer stale. And then Cornelius, I think I will finish the search for you and have you write a movie too. Let's have Cornelius write another movie. I need to double check and refresh myself on what Cornelius is good at. Cornelius is... Okay, he's a comedy guy. At least he likes comedies. Doesn't mean he's only like gonna write comedies, but he likes comedies. So how about we go Tripped on Sunday. You can see it, you don't have to know what it's about, okay? You don't have to know. This one is going to be a dramedy. because I keep saying it, so I must have to do it, right? Oh, we'll go 65-35 there too, and we'll somehow make World War II Europe funny here. All right, let's somehow do that. All right, so I've got a combination of elements here. I'm just looking for rescuing hostage. There it is. That I think could make for a somewhat funny movie here. We've got comedy, drama. I would go a little bit different here. Maybe if I could change the genres. I'm kind of feeling like more of a Zombieland vibe right now for this one. So I think I'm going to change it to a comedy horror. Yeah, I think I'll do that instead because I think that could actually help out. So like I'm thinking like a Zombieland kind of movie here. We have a clumsy oaf, which doesn't really fit with that comparison, but go with it because of comedy. And then we have mentor, sidekick, damsel in distress. And then I'm going to have escaping captivity. We're going to have some catchy one-liners, probably some rules. And then like double tap. We have prison break, rescue mission, and then the hostage is rescued. All these things go together very well. And we will have Cornelia Stewart write that movie in 124 days. There we go. Okay. The coin with 3 sides. Let's say this is done. Yeah, this is over. Goodbye. It's October, guys. This one's done too. So now we have nothing in theaters. The dreaded point where you have nothing in theaters. Here's a producer. That's 6.4. Goodbye. Training was successful. Jane Fisher has increased her skills. So this is not the this is the boutique bonus that brings it up, but it's not the one that eliminates their skill cap. So let's take a look really quick at a update here. So this boutique, we have masterclass, right? That's experimental training is the one that lifts their stars. So this is experimental training, 75 days here. We can see in 72 days whether this is going to work for Wendy, whether it's going to work for Charlie. They're going to spend their entirety of their contract term is just being spent training. So this is why it's a movie contract for her. This one's not, unfortunately. I kind of messed that up. So he's spending a significant amount of his schedule. All right. Not another war movie. Pre-production's done. We're going to slide this into production now. And we want this to be Walter, second unit, go. All right, that's it. I'm ready to go for the wartime stuff, yeah? Pulse is going to finish shooting right now, and then we'll... I love it when they get there, when it's all... It's not guaranteed to succeed, so when it does succeed, it feels good. Cinema raids are wrapping up right before the war happens. That's good. Same thing with the mayor's achievements, all wrapping up right before the war. Oh, in case anyone's curious, I did go in and get the protection from the police raids again. I did activate that. So I have 97 days of protection still on that. Owen Olsen, 7. I mean, I'm probably going to need you. If you get drafted, you get drafted. But let's discuss the schedule on a per movie basis for a bit for you. Because you're 33 years old. So, I mean, I'm probably going to lose you. Let's go 50-50 on your contract, too. We'll go 2 movies. Yeah. Let's do that. And then let's see how Pulse turned out. Pulse isn't a war movie, though, is it? Pulse is sidekick, first victim, lovable rogue. Yeah, this is dystopian futuristic city. So this is not a war movie, but we can release it right as the war happens, I suppose. But it's not a war movie. So starting post-production, we'll have our best people on it. We can. Let's put Edgar. I'm going to save Edgar. Let's put Annie on this, and then we need to make sure whoever's working with her is not a misogynist. So that will be Theodore then. And then we now have high quality film development, high quality music recording, and high quality sound. So everything high quality now for no additional cost. Well, it says $17,400, but I'm not sure why. It must just be the cost of the equipment. I don't know, like the printing of it later, but I thought that would be in the distribution. Okay. Failed to raise the skill level for Mike Casey. Fine. We will go ahead and just say continue on that. We're going to need you for movies later. Promising young talent. Here we go. Matthew Zimmerman, screenwriter. His eyes sparkle with enthusiasm. He's been looking forward to this one chance to make something of himself at your studio, and he asks for a little in return. So obviously huge potential here, but if I hire him as a screenwriter, I think it's going to slow everything down. I'm going to hire him, and then I'm going to throw him into that box over there and have him try to raise his skills. So we're going to do that. Let's go like this. Experimental training. And then we'll find Matthew Zimmerman here. He doesn't have a skill. Oh, he doesn't have a skill ceiling. Yeah. It's not the experimental training. It's this one. Yeah. This one. I want screenwriters U. Increase it by 2. Go. And of course, we'll slow down all my writers, but they're already working on their projects and stuff, so fine. 500 extras ready to go right before the war. Perfect. And now we can have over 500 extras, which is probably a good thing, but I think I'd rather go amazing locations. And we are just going to crank this all the way up. I think I can probably get it even more. Yeah, I don't like using the influence, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want those amazing locations. So this is almost a third of the time. Very fast on amazing locations there. Loving that. Ricardo Wagner, 6.7. See ya. Oh, wait. No, not you. You're the one that's unlimited. Hang on. Let's go get him again. Let's go get him again. He's the one that doesn't have a skill ceiling. Let's go to Employee Center. Producers. Hopefully it doesn't charge me too much. Ricardo Wagner. Maybe there's a better one. There is nobody that's unlimited. Definitely you are better. Are you going to charge me the same? We're going to go 5 years. He's 38, though. You know what? I got the money, right? If it happens, it happens. Let's give him extended medical coverage. We'll go 50-50 payout anyway, just because. And it's doing that thing again where it doesn't want to go all the way to the end. There it is. And 5 years for you. Go. Okay, then. So I got him back. It's the other guy I wanted to fire. It's not Lloyd. It's Joe Sullivan. I wanted to fire you when you're no longer on this, or just not hire you again. Your contract is up in about a month, so I'm just gonna wait on that a little bit. Let's do the luxurious banquet again. I really don't like using my reputation, but I got a lot of reputation to spend, so I'm getting some good stuff there. Unsuccessful once more, but we get just a little bit of experience for being a failure. I don't think he's going to find anything on her. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. We're going to find it on somebody else. Let's see. We'll search for dirt on somebody else. Let's go to Gernstein. Try to find it on Billy. You know? Maybe we can find it on Billy. Let's select our level 4 agent. See this? This is what I'm talking about. Like, why? I ain't doing that. I think it's because he's got protection. Because some people it's much easier to find it, and then others it's really, really bad. So I think if they're protected, although all these guys are displaying the same way, so maybe not. Maybe it's just not possible to do. How about this director? Yeah, all right. Well, never mind then. Unsuccessful searches are a definite happening right there, so no thanks. The Breach. Wrapping up production. Our war movie, our first dedicated war movie for our post-Pearl Harbor era. And it is completing production, thankfully, right before the events of the month commence. So let's get Edgar on this one, Raphael on that one. Our high quality throughout. And go. Okay. That's it. We're ready to go. Hopefully Band of Brothers can happen here. It's December 7th, 1941. Japan attacked the American military base at Pearl Harbor. Dozens of warships and aircraft were destroyed. President Roosevelt addressed Congress and demanded a declaration of war on Japan. The president's feelings were reflected by many in the film industry. As the actor Russell Ramsey told the Los Angeles Tribune, "I never thought I'd say this, but now all I ever dream about is a rifle and a big bag of ammo." Tim Lipsky, editor-in-chief of the Bolt newspaper, argues that all Japanese must answer for the attack on Pearl Harbor, including those who live in America, and even those who were born here. You can't take Japan out of the Japanese. And since we have clearly identified Japan as the enemy, we must be consistent and treat all Japanese as enemies. The time for decisive action is now. It was a rather dark era. We have a lot of dark eras in our history. And some in our present as well, I suppose. Russell Ramsey. Yes, I want to... Oh, see? He's gone. Yesterday, I read a report in the USA Post. Our guys are kicking ass. I don't want to sit around and wait for them to win the war without me. I'm volunteering for the front tomorrow. I can only wish you luck. So that's going to mess up Yeah, that's going to mess up the shooting of that film. World War II Pacific is now available. Now, is that messing this up? No, that's not one of these actors. Okay, good. Whew. Because I was like, man, Band of Brothers. This is what I was worried about, is people are going to start doing this. And, maybe they get drafted or maybe they volunteer. But either way, I don't want it to mess up the shooting here. And I want to give it a little bit of a time. But we can now write scripts that take place in World War II Pacific as well. So that's great. We're going to try to push this along here. Let's go to... Oh, hang on. Harlan Starsurf, hey, the host of the Pollux Awards and one of America's most beloved comedians, has volunteered for the Air Force. As he was heading off to boot camp, he spoke with fans on the platform at Union Station in LA. As an honest man and a patriot, I simply cannot stand aside. But please don't worry, viewers. Just imagine what a great comedian I'll be when I come back from with a purple heart on my chest. Jokes are always funnier when you deliver them from a position of moral superiority. Fun Times was on hand to capture Starsurf's final words to his fans as he boarded the train, smiling. Final words. Yeah, he's going to be his final words, isn't it? There he is. So look at him. Yay, bye, everyone. We love you, Harlan. Yeah. Oh, boy. I really hope these movies get done before they take off. And just as we were talking about dark times in our present, look, I got illegals are done. That's great. We can do cheap illegals as well. We could. Positive attitude, I think, is probably good too. It doesn't really, none of these things really matter to me too much, honestly. I don't really care about mothballing. I'm making so much money. I just don't really care about these things. And same thing with the illegals and cheap illegals. I really don't care about these things either. So positive attitude is probably the only one I really care about. Won't drop when their loyalty falls below 10. I don't really have a problem with loyalty either. I just don't have a problem with it. The issue, though, is that I can't have this area giving me influence. I can't set this one up. The 4 that are in your headquarters, you sort of can't do that. So none of these really matter to me too much. We're going to go positive attitude. That's the only one I care about. Doris Sanders. She says, as I never tire of repeating, saving money is the road to wealth. It's a shame that the law sometimes gets in the way. Is the law so good if it prevents us from helping people? Illegal immigrants need work, and we desperately need general workers at an affordable price. Yes, now the option is available to us, and by my estimation, the choice is obvious. She's 16 years she's been with me. All right. Oh, no, not Roger. No, not you, Roger. My younger brother went to war as a volunteer. Since he went, I'm going too. Otherwise, Mom just won't understand. I can only wish you luck. Called to war, Roger Fox, 38. Okay? Now, he's volunteering. He's not drafted. I just got to hope that these guys don't volunteer while they're on the set. I don't know how that works, but I'm hoping they don't volunteer while they're on the set. If they get drafted, so be it. But hopefully they don't volunteer while they're on the set, because that would suck. Okay, so this is World War II Africa. Get down. Script results is there. We're going to shelve this for now, because I don't know who we're going to have to go with. Although, maybe I should start everything as soon as possible, right? Yeah, I think so. I think we should start every movie as soon as possible, because you never know who's going to leave. So let's try Timothy Erickson, 4-time award winner Timothy Erickson. He's got 200 days left on his contract. Let's give him a reason to exist in our studio, yeah? One last hurrah for Timothy before he inevitably leaves my studio. 209 days to shoot this. That is great. Yeah. That is perfect, actually, because 204. Wait. I think this isn't going to matter because I'm going to speed it up anyway. No. Stop it. It's not going to matter, right? It's not going to matter, game, because it's going to get sped up when I put the other equipment in, you jerk. Fine. We're going to make this 202 days. There. Timothy, 202 days. Are you happy now? 206. Yeah, 2-2. Fine. Whatever. You're going to hate this. Prison. Country interiors. Devastated settlement. No, we want this. Let's do this. 200 days. Okay. And then once we do this, it was going to go down anyway. Now it's 181. All right. Boost this up. And then this is the point where I would want to go back. But it doesn't let me go back because the game sucks that way. Okay, so producer, let's do Bruce. Director could be Woodrow Rodriguez or Paul Tanner. Because he's on a timer, right? I want to use people on a timer. Accidental hero. This one is going to be Donald before he goes off to war. Harry. Let's keep you in here, Harry. I want you to stay here. Damsel in distress. We're going to put this as Alice Phillips, I think. Seems good to me. Although, yeah, we'll do that. And then villain's right hand. We want the villain. War criminal. God. You got to do it, don't you? I feel like you got to do it at this point. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. It's just this. Donald, get in here, and Tom Norris can get in here too. Okay, all of you guys have a job now, so no volunteering for war, okay? Because you all have a job to do. Lloyd Wolf, my 7.6 producer. Yesterday, I saw a guy at a restaurant leave a waitress $100 for a tip. He said, I'm going to war, so I don't need this. At that moment, I realized I don't want to stand on the sidelines. I wonder if they'll let me take my own hunting rifle. And if fate smiles, you'll see each other again. Okay. So, it's happening. Alvin Boyd, my other producer. Hi, Alvin. My uncle didn't have time to volunteer for the last war, and he still regrets it. I don't want to have any regrets. So tomorrow, I'm going to the front to kill those bastards. Okay. Goodbye. Hi, Joe Sullivan. Oh, good. You want to renew. I'm assuming that means that you don't want to go off to war, right? Here's the problem. Like, you're the guy I was going to let go of. So I'm going to say no thanks. And then I need to reassess my producer situation. Okay, so how many producers do I got left? 4. 4 is fine. I'm not making that many movies at this point, so 4 is fine. And then Ricardo, I think I actually want to get Ricardo into the masterclass. Let's put him in there. Maybe he won't. Yeah, maybe he won't go off to war if he's in a masterclass to raise his skill up. Hi, Jack Sharp. Man, I really wish you weren't. I remember my granddad's stories about the Civil War. He fought for our right to be Americans. Now it's my turn to defend our freedom. Okay. Bye, Jack. Hi, Clifton. You too, eh? I can't hang around making movies while my friends are having fun beating up the Japs. I decided to volunteer. Don't even try to talk me out of it. All right. I'm not. Goodbye. Anyone else? You see what I'm saying? I want this stuff done as soon as possible. So far, though, it seems like anyone who's working on a movie isn't going to volunteer themselves. So if I can just keep everybody busy, it seems like that's working out okay. I don't know about that. Let's see how we did this year. I didn't release as many movies this year as I did last year because last year was like a really big push to clear boutique. This year, I was a little more reserved, trying to focus a bit more on like the writing and getting scripts ready for the next year. So there's that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, end of the year. This makes sense. Actually, we're one of only 2 studios that made money. So that's great. And we are definitely on top. Now, can we? We did not. Wow. So we need to clear box office success is what we're aiming for here. And I didn't release enough movies to do that. So Gernstein Brothers made like basically the entirety of the top 10 aside from me. So yeah, wow. Yeah, if it wasn't for Wendy, we wouldn't even have a critical acclaim on the list. Gernstein totally dominated here. Aside from, Supreme's at number 1. Stone Lips. Fan favorites. Wendy did get in the top 3 on the fan favorites there. A+ for Wendy. There we go. All right, Merle. You're in the script department. I will speed you up here. I will. Because script stuff is really big. We've been focusing on the 10 elements for so long that I want to play catch up later. So, okay. Luxurious Banquet is done. Let's go ahead and have another one because we have the money. Let's do it. Okay. So Pulse is done. We want to release this as soon as possible because it's not really a war movie. We got to focus on our war movies. I don't know how well it's going to do not being themed around the war, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so we'll release this as soon as possible. I don't think it really... Science fiction action thriller really isn't a Valentine's Day kind of movie, but yeah, we'll release it a little after. I would like to do it earlier. In fact, I'm gonna get this thing in there earlier. We're gonna go like this because it's a better opportune time. Like this week is gonna be much better if I'm before these two movies, especially since this one's a romance movie. So I want my first week to be better here. So why don't we just give you that many for the first week? It's probably not gonna happen. It's nowhere near that many. There's just no way that happens. So let's go like this, and this. We're not going to get a whole lot of showings here, but it's okay. Nowhere near 100%. And there's like that. Okay, so this is just neutral for everybody. So I guess we could just go down the left side. That's fine with me. Yeah, that's okay. And then as far as tricks go, again, first week is what we're really focusing on here. Let's help a drunkard with some help from our guys. And then maybe around this area here, to kind of refresh it a little bit, we can get... Oh, tell me one of you guys are willing to do it. No? He's at war now. Nah, nobody's willing to do it. All right, fine. All right, so we can start releasing that very, very fast. We'll start getting our money back because, yeah, we're over 200 million still, but it is dropping, especially with all the banquets. The LA Times published a glowing article about our studio, headlined "On the Golden Path." The paper expressed amazement at how we've gone from underdog to industry leader in such a short time. Business is a game played in money, and yes, Pryor Media has more money than anyone else. But it's not just that. No one else's premieres stoke so much excitement. No one else's stars steal so many hearts. And certainly no other studio is reshaping American culture with such spirit and determination. Wow. Now them's some words, aren't they? Yeah.